Push it. Double it from guys. Cool.
There we go.
I'm slamming.
Man, hell yeah.
This particular time, I truly believe that, I know everybody is going to want to ask questions, about the Pacquiao fight. Like I said, the sport of boxing has truly changed. We have a lot of new companies, a lot of new faces, and Netflix. I truly believe that we'll get this done. I think we're almost at the finish line to finish the Pacquiao fight, but a lot of things has changed in the sport of boxing, and eventually, I think within the next 48 hours, either the Pacquiao fight should be done.
I think that can't happen. If I work with him, and which I think that's what I'm gonna do, I think we'll get better results.
Because I remember in the first fight, you were in the corner saying, come on, Floyd, let the combinations go. Really put it on Pacquiao. I remember in that first fight, that's what you were asking for.
Right.
So do you think maybe he pulls more of that out the second time? So maybe the second time he pulls more of that out?
I think so.
He didn't have a choice. That was his dad's only thing that he ever taught him in his life, is boxing. His dad pushed him hard. We used to call his dad Joe Jackson. I don't know how hard Joe Jackson actually pushed his kids, but he pushed his kids to greatness. And Floyd did the exact same thing. That's a big price to pay though, because you never know if that child is going to like you or that child is going to hate you.
Bring that shit on. Bring that shit.
Take him out, Roger. Take him out, Roger. Take him out, Roger. The Black Mamba. Woo!
Best defense in the
Floyd Money Mayweather is set to make a comeback to the boxing ring this June in his latest exhibition fight. While everyone has been wondering whether he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao after a decade of waiting, Floyd has made a bold statement by keeping the rematch a mystery. Instead, he's going to do his thing and fight Greek kickboxing legend Iron Mike Simitis. This is a fight nobody seems to be interested in. But for Floyd, it's a big fight. After staying away from the spotlight for nearly 2 years, Floyd will finally enter the ring once again. He last fought John Gotti III in an exhibition fight in August 2024. And with talks of the rematch with Manny Pacquiao finally being finalized, it looks like this upcoming exhibition could serve as a warm-up for the massive professional comeback many have been eagerly waiting for. You've already seen Floyd show that he still has it in him at 49. And the defensive wizard will want to prove to the world that he's a boxing legend for a reason.
I done boxed everybody. I boxed everybody, and it's so crazy. Like, I had a lot of great days, I had a lot of bad days in the gym. But I tell them I never have bad paydays.
Dimitri Salita told me a story that one time a known heavyweight challenged you. You told Leonard to go get your bag and you dropped him with the body shot.
In a boxing gym, it don't count. You can have good days, you can have bad days. A lot of times guys do good in the gym. You know, they be happy. They feel like if you're doing good, if you're doing good with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Oh, I want a world title. Well, you got to really look at this now. Slow down. You go home to an apartment. You know, I go home to a palace. There's a difference.
Now, Floyd.
You know, when you say your name, when they say these fighters' names, they say thousands and millions. When you say Money Mayweather, you say billions.
That's Floyd Money Mayweather, and you're going to hear much more from him. But here is Mayweather on the mitts with Roger, the legend. Rest in peace, Roger Mayweather, the Black Mamba, the two-time champion. He had so many phrases that he used. Everyone loved Roger. And I still can't wrap my hand around that. How come he's not in the Hall of Fame? If Mayweather's in the Hall of Fame, which Floyd got in a couple years ago, then Roger has to be there. That was his coach. Floyd is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He got in a couple years ago. Roger has to be in there, and I hope they correct that immediately. Another thing that needs correction, an outlet, and I don't know, today it's very hard to tell what is AI, what is real, what is fake, what is real. I don't know. But a website called Business Insider did a story, a hit piece, what's called a hit piece on Floyd, which I don't believe a lot of what was said that he's broke. There's no way that he's broke. Mayweather's made over $1 billion, and he has a lot of businesses that people know of, and he has a lot of businesses but people have no idea about. So here, they do a hit piece just to make him look bad, while Mayweather is living in mansions, driving very expensive cars, and traveling the world and enjoying one day at a time. Now, him and Manny Pacquiao may fight next year, and if it does happen, this year, 2026, is going to be one of the biggest events in sports.
The hype for the rematch with Manny Pacquiao is real, and Floyd has already begun preparations. Floyd has reportedly set up training camp and is training with his cousin Lakai Mayweather, the son of legendary coach Roger Mayweather, who guided Floyd to legendary status. La recently revealed all about working with Floyd, and he had some pretty interesting things to say about sharing the boxing gym with a boxing legend.
Man, very interesting presser. It was very good. How did you feel about Floyd saying you're the future of boxing with the trainers and just paying homage to you and your dad and everything else?
Oh man, you know, I feel blessed. I put the work in, and I feel good that he trusted me enough to start working with him, and you know that I've done my job good enough for him to feel like he could shout me out on a stage like that. You know, I'm blessed.
Yeah. For people who don't really understand like what all of that goes to, tell them about like, you know, we hear him say it all the time, hard work and dedication, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not tapping you unless you're putting in that hard work and dedication.
Exactly.
You feel me? So like, just kind of let people, give them just the insight in that background and working with them and the type of elite level that is.
Man, listen, I worked with a lot of fighters. I worked with world champions. There's nothing like Floyd Mayweather. You know, aside from that being my cousin, like no bias involved, that really is the greatest fighter of all time. And holding the mitts, you can feel it technically. You know, he has a stigma that he can't punch. I can confirm he can punch, and he can punch really hard. You know, but even at this age, he's still fast. He's still slick, and he's still a perfectionist because that's what got him to be the best. And you know, he's a perfectionist at all things. So that means even with me, and that's what I want. You know, I want him to be hard on me when we're doing it all, because that's only going to make me better as a trainer.
Lakai made an interesting statement about Floyd's punching power. He revealed that Money does have the punching power, implying that he hits hard. It's going to be interesting to see whether a 49-year-old Floyd Mayweather will use his jab and power in his return to boxing. Lou also talked about the potential rematch with Manny, warning that it's going to be worse than last time. By the looks of it, Lakai has been preparing Mayweather to bring his new form into the ring. If what he's saying is true, we could probably see Floyd use his power and explosiveness to give Manny a tough time in the ring. The interview also features a segment on Roger Mayweather predicting the first fight that took place in 2015. In that interview, the warnings were chillingly similar to Leakey's latest prediction.